morning, viewer. Behind the show is a breaking news. Yeah, in the 1999 sci-fi cult classic, The Matrix, characters literally plugged their heads into a universal supercomputer and downloaded information that saves their brains. For example, Neo, the hero of the story, undergoes a 10-hour training while lying back, eyes closed, a thick cable protruding from the base of his head. At the end, he opens his eyes and says, I know Kung Fu. If you have watched the movie, you know how thorough his knowledge is. Well, that vision of pushing novel information directly into your brain is clearly fantasy. American computer scientist and futurist Ray Kurzweil thinks you will only have to wait until 2045 for some version of a brain boosting artificial interface. It may not give you overnight martial art skills, but it could hook your brain up to the ultimate internet, unlocking the ability to summon answers to your questions in an instant, or even immersing yourself in a virtual reality beyond our wildest dreams. Let's be clear, the tech is not built for entertainment. Kurzweil says there is a major advantage to building up our brains with nanotechnology. 1 cubic inch of nanotube circuitry, once fully developed, would be up to 100 million times more powerful than the human brain. Eventually, we could all become so interconnected that humanity could form a sort of super brain. Some researchers believe it would be a true equalizer no matter your social or economic background. In other words, we could all finally understand each other. What will it take to make such bold predictions come true? Scientists who have been pondering how to enhance the human's brain's capacity think nanotechnology will be the vehicle for this revolution in the mind. Specifically, a brain cloud interface could enhance cognition, change the way we educate ourselves, and connect humans in a way we have never experienced before. It would also link our brains building blocks to immense cloud computing networks all in real time. Researchers envision nanobots inhabiting the brain, constantly monitoring and processing data flow from a cloud based supercomputer. To pull it off, each nanobot would be impossibly tiny, about 1/100th the width of a single human hair. In 2019, an international team of scientists outlined how a brain cloud interface would enable humans to access the vast amounts of data on the internet, which is currently around 147 zettabytes of data. They published their result in the journal Frontiers in Science. 5 years later, the paper's lead author Nuno R.B. Martins, PhD, thinks the pursuit of a brain cloud interface is more promising than ever due to pace of technology development. His research in neuroscience, nanotechnology and human longevity has led him to the conclusion that a BCOI is possible even though it may sound absurd right now. Martins and the research team have a vision of embedding a nanobot inside each brain cell. The average human brain contains roughly 86 billion neurons. There may be 3 times as many glial cells as neurons. They provide chemical and physical support, including holding the neurons in place. Synapses, the points where neurons communicate by transmitting rapid electrical impulses, number about 7,000 per neuron. Hundreds of billions of incredibly tiny nanobots would be specialized for the 3 different kinds of brain cells: endoneurobots inside neurons, synaptobots in close proximity to synapses, and gliabots within the glial cells. The researchers explored a number of procedures to deploy the nanobots, including via intravenous injection into the bloodstream, transdermal injection, or state of the nose to help get past the blood-brain barrier, which normally regulates our brain chemistry and protects our brains from harmful substances. The nanobots would swim through the blood-brain barrier, enter brain cells, and position themselves at precise location within the brain. External magnetic fields might help direct the nanobots to the correct brain region. Once in place, the nanobots might use flexible nanosensor for each of the synapses to directly monitor and interact with processed and stored information. The bots might also use a high-speed nanofiber optic network to receive and transmit data between the brain and the cloud. Real-time reprogramming might provide the nanobots with regular software updates according to the paper. Eventually, a brain cloud interface could allow humanity to use the ever expanding scale of the information cloud to merge into a global superbrain, according to the Frontiers paper, making today's online social networks look like preschool for how to connect online. Essentially, a superbrain would forge unconnected networks of human brains and AI into a mass of collective thoughts. This would actually bring people into greater harmony with the rest of humanity. In this exclusive report.